subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be the first to get all my latest writing tips and videos. And remember, be original. Be a writing original. Hi everyone, this is Adrian Alex Poe. Welcome back to another video of great writing tips to become a great writer. Tip number 8. Read outside your genre. Now what I mean is, let's say, obviously you're a writer and you only write horror movies or sci-fi. And all you do is watch horror movies or sci-fi movies or whatever your specific genre is, or you only read, horror screenplays to study up, or sci-fi screenplays or sci-fi books from famous sci-fi authors, and you only, focus on that and pay attention only to that. So obviously it'll help you be a great writer in that specific genre. But the second you try to incorporate elements from other genres, you're not sure how to do it because you haven't studied other genres to prepare you to do that. So if you have, you're writing a sci-fi movie, but you need a little bit more drama, character development, but you're really not sure how. So what you can do is obviously read or watch movies that are only drama, or whatever elements you want to incorporate. Watch those types of movies or read those screenplays or books or study those authors to help you become a more well-rounded writer. Now I need to take my own advice because I only focused on horror movies, and the second I tried to, have a little bit more drama or put some action in there, well, guess what? I wasn't good at writing drama. I wasn't good at writing action. So I need to expand my arsenal and, branch out into other genres to prepare me for, my specific horror genre. So let's expand on this. Alright, so how do you expand your writing range? Here's some options you could try. Watch other genres of movies. So like I said, if you're only good at writing westerns or action films or, writing sci-fi books, well, guess what? Don't stay in that bubble. Go outside of your genre and try reading some, romance novels, because then guess what? You might think, yo, that's stupid. Why would I do that? Well, maybe you could incorporate a deeper connection between the main character, spaceman, and the heroine alien girl by reading some romance novels and figuring out how to make the audience connect with them more. Create a deeper love story based on some cheesy romance novel. Think about it. You want to write better drama? Well then, watch movies like Glengarry Glen Ross, and you're like, why would I watch that? Well, because it's going to show you how to write strict dialogue with no action and create drama in the moment using only dialogue. Instead of your movie just having only action or only sci-fi or nothing but gunslinging, horse riding cowboys and Indians and, chasing this and chasing that. You know what I mean? You need to, there's parts in the movie that you're writing that you need to, slow down and develop the characters. And for example, drama, strictly, just talking will help you do that. So that's what I mean. My problem was I only watched slasher movies because all I do is write horror. I only watched every horror movie there was. But then the second I tried to incorporate other elements or how to make the characters a little bit deeper and develop the, character development, I couldn't really do it. So then I had to, watch, No Country for Old Men. And that taught me a lot. Or I had to watch Quentin Tarantino movies to figure out, how to just sit there in a scene, boring as hell, two people, three people, five people having a conversation, doing nothing, just sitting at a table, talking. Now, I'm not saying if you watch Quentin Tarantino movies, you're going to write like him. He has a very specific style, and you're not going to be able to duplicate that because he's Quentin Tarantino and you're not. I'm just saying it's going to, better develop your skills in writing dialogue. Or I'd watch dramas, or I even would watch action movies because whenever I would try to incorporate, some action in a horror movie, I couldn't do it. I only knew how to, incorporate, tense moments or terror moments. And then I watched like, what's his face? James Cameron, and he, really taught me about, terror versus horror. Or no, terror versus gore. There's, very two different elements there. And, I haven't figured it out until I watched Aliens, for example. And that really helped me out. I'd watch, whatever, Fast and Furious or whatever action movie it was out there to help me better write action in horror and stuff like that. So now when I want to branch out and not write a horror movie, maybe write a sci-fi movie or, some action movie, I'm better prepared now. Same with books. I would only read Edgar Allan Poe. Well, my movies were very dark and dreary, very gloomy. So I needed to, read other genres of books. Not just other horror books, but other genres of books. I'm not a big reader. I don't like reading. So I didn't read a lot of books. But I had to pick a few and just, skim them over or something. But I'm just not a big book fan. But if you like books, then do it. Same with screenplays. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Starting out, even to this day, I haven't read a lot of screenplays. Maybe less than 5. Why? I'll tell you the truth why. Because I was afraid if I would read a screenplay and I liked a specific scene, that later when I would write my original work, I might accidentally put that scene in or steal some elements or incorporate some vague elements from that screenplay that I read and put it in my original work, and then I'd be afraid oh, well, what if I accidentally copy it or whatever. So that's why I didn't read screenplays, and it's wrong. I should be reading every screenplay, not just horror screenplays. I did read some horror screenplays, but other than that, I didn't even care. But I should be reading a lot more. I should be following my own advice. But there's been times where I've, wrote something that I thought was so original, and then later on I found out, oh, guess what? It already happened in a movie. It was already a scene that happened in a movie. So, but I would say to myself, well, technically I didn't even know about that movie, or I didn't know about that scene existing in that movie. So I didn't really copy it because I just didn't know. And I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I came up with a great idea that another, great director came up with, and I didn't even know it. So that's why I don't really read screenplays, but I should, start reading a lot more screenplays. Or I just read, parts of screenplays having to do with formatting to learn how to, format, how to properly write a phone conversation intercutting or stuff like that. But definitely read a lot of screenplays, especially if you want to be a screenplay writer. Read or watch works that suck. All right? Now you're thinking, well, if I want to be a great screenplay writer or a great writer, why would I write stuff that sucks? I'm just going to end up being a sucky screenplay writer. No, you're not. If you read screenplays that are horrible, trash, you're going to know the difference between great or good or something that sucks. So when you start writing something and, your original work, and then you look back at it and be like, whoa, this sucks. Why does it suck? Because it wasn't a screenplay that I read earlier that sucked. But if you never read something that sucked, you'll be stuck in that bubble and not realize like what's good and what's not. You'll think everything that you write is amazing. So, and also guess what? You might watch, a movie that sucks so bad that it's good. I'm sure you heard of those. That there might be some elements in there that might be kind of good. Or you might have, a movie that sucks so bad that it sucks. But like there's one little, 20-second scene in there or 2-sentence dialogue that guess what was pretty good. That's going to help you out. So that's a really good tip you should consider doing, Have fun with it. Don't make it like a chore. Oh, I got to read a sucky screenplay or watch a stupid movie. Make it fun. Next, study directors, read screenplays, or study screenplay writers and authors that you hate or disagree with. Don't just follow works of Stephen King or Martin Scorsese or Spielberg or whoever screenplay writer you like. Read other screenplays of people you hate. Because if not, you'll be stuck in your own bubble. And you can even include like disagreeing with them politically, ideologically, or just whatever. Because if you don't, you'll be stuck in your own bubble and you'll be living in your own reality with only your movie playing in your brain. And the second you try to change the channel and see what else is on TV, figuratively speaking, you're just going to lose your mind. You're going to be like one of those snowflakes that can't handle the truth or like. So what I'm saying is, when you're writing your work, you can incorporate other viewpoints even though you don't agree with them. Let's say you're writing a character and you need them to be politically or ideologically opposite of another character. How are you going to do that if all you do is watch or read or study one view? And it's your view. And anybody that disagrees, they're stupid or, they don't know what they're talking about or they don't even exist to you. How are you going to write characters, on a different depth level with one viewpoint? Everyone's going to be agreeing with you or everyone's going to be agreeing in the movie. Every character is going to have the same viewpoint. Or like just practical. Let's say you're writing a character that has a specific job, but you don't know nothing about that job. Or let's say he's a news anchor, or a reporter, or a CIA agent. Well, you might have to read some books of CIA agents or reporters or whatever the guy's job is, the character's job is. And their stories might, that they talk about in their books or whatever, have different viewpoints. And you might be able to incorporate that in that character, in a specific scene. So that's what I mean. Like, all right, one last thing I forgot to mention to, how to expand your writing range is absorb views and opinions from non-writers too. Now, what I mean is, don't just listen to your most favorite famous writer or less famous writers, or listen to writers that are like not famous but more accomplished than you, but also listen to writers that are less accomplished than you. Maybe you haven't written as many screenplays or books or haven't sold them yet or whatever. But also listen to non-writers because guess what? They're your audience. They're your readers. Like, they're not experts in, your screenplay or writing, field, but so what? You don't have to be an expert to have an opinion. You don't have to be an expert to, say if you like or not like something. There's tons of movie reviewers on YouTube who are not professional and be like, "Oh, this movie sucked," or "This movie was great." Okay, but they don't understand how the structure of a movie is, or how the symbolism between these two characters. They totally missed the symbolism and the foreshadow. So who cares? So what? They paid money for that movie. If enough people say the movie sucks or the movie's good based on their accumulated opinions, you make money or not, or you're successful or not. So, ask your, friend or a neighbor or a total stranger, even the reviews. Those reviews that you get for your book on Amazon or in blogs or, whatever, other websites that, writer websites or whatever, or even your personal websites when they leave reviews or opinions, take them into consideration, because, they will let you know, if this part of the, story is good, or if this character, if they like them. And like I said, so what if, they don't know how to write character development? It don't matter, because maybe emotionally they got connected to them, or emotionally they didn't. And you don't need to be an expert to just have an emotional connection. Either you got it or you don't, based on what you write. So they're your readers, they're your audience, and take their opinion into consideration, because to be honest, they might be the most important opinion. Because if enough of them have the same opinion, then, together, that should let you know that, hey, I should be listening to all of them. Like I said, if one guy says your work sucks, but then 9 others say, yeah, I liked it, okay, don't listen to that one guy. But if 10 people say it's bad or it's good, or say the same thing about the specific scene, then listen to them. So that's really important. So there you go. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like, share this video, hit me up on Facebook and Twitter, comment down below. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also don't forget to check out my other videos. And until next time, remember my motto, where story comes first.